spicy hot Domino's, please. You know, and there it is, like, you know what I mean? But the thing is, though, right? Could that be abused? I mean, for the planet, it'd be great because you could stick them in any corner of the world and no one would ever starve ever again. There'd be no famine anywhere. It'd be brilliant, wouldn't it? Then you'd have people taking the piss, wouldn't you? I mean, obesity? Anybody? You know what I mean? Something's bound to it. Well, they do now anyway, don't we? There's people out there that just can't stop fucking eating. Oh, I've got the fat gene. Fuck off. Fucking fat gene. But you know what I mean, though? At the end of the day, technology is going to be so exciting the next few hundred years. It really is. I just wish I was here. I might just draw some blood, pull some hair out, scrape some skin off, shove it in the fucking fridge and go, can you bring me back in about 1,000 years, please? I think that would be awesome. But I think the actual ultimate would be longevity. That'd be the key to any of that shit. Instead of trying to make a new, repair the old, you know, rebuild the old, replenish the damage. That would be the ultimate goal, I think, when it comes to those kind of things, is to being able to either stick you in a machine, swallow a couple of pills, have a few injections, you know what I mean, a bit of hypnotism, whatever, who cares, you know, it's some sort of herbal, who gives a fuck, doesn't matter what it is. But at the end of the day, so that each day after you'd had your treatment, you would start to feel stronger, you would start to look younger. Your fucking dead raccoon would turn into something it should be. You know what I mean? Oh well. So instead of feeling fucking 90 like I do these days, instead of 40 fucking 6, I'd feel more like 21 at the age 90. Oh, that's the ticket. That to me is that's the nuts. That'd be the one fundamental thing that if I had any kind of research or resources, that's what I'd pull it in. Make a fucking everlasting pill, please. I want to be around when it's the year 10,000 and something. I really do. I want to be around when it's the year 800 and something thousand. It'd be even cooler, because I've got a funny feeling that the moon will be in bits by that time. I think so. Yeah. Maybe a couple of big chunks and a bit of fluffy bits around it. I reckon so. Yes, I know it's off a film. I ain't soft. I know. But you know, it'd be interesting. And then still be walking around a million years on, whether the continents have shifted and England is no longer a single island, it's actually joined to the rest of the continent. Oh, that'd be a sad day, but hey, whatever. Hopefully by then we'll be a lot more sensible. Do you think a million years might do it? Do you think in a million years' time that our species will actually be fucking civilised? And no matter what you believe or what colour you are, it'll be, good morning, how are you? Oh, I'm fantastic, how are you? Oh, brilliant. And then the next door neighbour be some other foreign language or whatever, and they'd say good morning, and you know the language because you're able to speak every language that exists, and you haven't got to worry about actually learning them, you just have them downloaded in your head. You know what I mean? So there's no barrier between you or anybody because you can just instantly understand each other. I know that there's a device out there that's been produced, which is a little earbud, and it links to your phone, and you can, once it's all set up, you speak, the phone I know there is translators in there, but this thing is audio, and it translates and speaks in your ear hole what you've just said. Which is fascinating, I think, because a lot of foreign languages, if you actually translated their language into English, but actually put the words where their words would be, then the sentence would be upside down, back to front and inside out. That's why it takes such a long time for people who are foreign to understand us. Because when we speak to them, our language is straightforward. Whereas if we say something, it might have a word that's in front of another word that should be behind it for them. And they have to reverse it, switch it around, turn it around, flip it upside down. It's like, what the? I'm molting here. I'm fucking losing all my hair. What's going on? My hair's falling out. I think I've got to move over, ladies and gentlemen. Have I got to move over? I think I am. I'm sure that's the M42, not 25. Where the fuck did that come from? That's the M42, that one. I'm sure of it. But there ain't no markings, so I might have moved over a little bit early. Might have done, I don't know. I just had a funny feeling. I had a feeling. I don't know. It says in 3 miles, so maybe I'm 3 miles too early. Dang, blast it. Hey, what am I like? It doesn't matter. It's no big deal. By the way, no, I'm not hogging the middle lane before you start. I'm not. Why? Because I'm actually doing the speed limit. Just. I can't get out fucking faster anyway. The definition of hogging the lane means that you are in the middle lane and you're going slower than everybody else. Within the speed limit. That is, obviously. I am looking forward to the day when they actually speed these vehicles up and allow us to do 60 fucking miles an hour on the motorways. That'd be damn cool, that wouldn't it? Yeah. And a lot of people go, you what? They can't fucking drive them now and stop crashing the fucking things. That's going to get worse instead of better, mate, I'm telling you that now. Without a doubt. Especially with the fact they're going to be putting teenagers in these things. Oh yes. Yeah, just watch this space. This is the point where I should have moved over, realistically. Not down there. Whatever. I have got a feeling. Anyway, yeah. This smart motorway lark, right, that seems to be more or less in the middle of the country, right, if you think about it, right? A lot of it is in the Midlands, a lot of it is. I know they've drawn it up towards junction 19 of the M6. The M1 has got a big streak of it down towards it. I think it finishes around about, am I right in saying 11? Maybe, something like that. Because it widens off, doesn't it, into the 4-lane shit, so but it's still part of the smart, so I suppose it goes all the way down to the fucking M25 and whatever. But I've got a feeling that they're going to start in the near future using that for these self-driving vehicles. I reckon that's what that's all about. What do you think? Is it possible? Because as far as I'm concerned, this traffic calming does not calm the traffic. It creates traffic. It calms it down to a fucking standstill half the time. But motherfucker, if for argument's sake you had self-driving vehicles, right, and you didn't have people behind the steering wheel fucking it up, there would no longer be any queues because it'd be automated. The vehicles would then, off they would go, they'd drive a little bit closer, hopefully not too close, but close anyway, but filling in the gaps. But then they would all be moving around. They wouldn't be slowing down to a crawl because some cock flap has gone and cut somebody up and made them stamp on the brakes, because that wouldn't happen. It'd all just gently flow through. And whenever the speed limit changes, the vehicles then would automatically slow down to that speed limit, and off they keep going. If ever there was any kind of obstruction, like for argument's sake, a lane gets closed, like I've always said, if you move over when it says 800 yards lane closing, if you moved over then, you're still doing the limit until you get to the problem or the roadworks, right? Then you'll slow down and you carry on your merry way and through the other side of it. But instead, people are people, and they go fucking sailing off. Oh, I mean, look at these pair here, they haven't got a fucking clue what they're doing. They ain't even paying a bit of attention. They go sailing off down the lane, like I've said it before, right up to the cones, and then decide to move over. Why? All you're doing is causing a fucking hazard and a problem for everybody else. But if it was automated, right, when they go whipping down the motorway on autopilot, and say there is a problem with the road and the maintenance guys are out there digging something up and they've got the cones up, and this self-driving car is smart, it'll go past it'll sense the mile marker, detect the 800 yard marker, know what lane's closed off, and make a move and straight over. And then if there are vehicles in the way, they would just adjust themselves a fraction to move, allow the vehicle in that gap, and then slowly adjust themselves, but they'll be constantly moving. There'll be no stop, start, stop, start, stop, start, stop, start. None of that crap. No. So maybe, just maybe, that might be what it's all for. It's got a possibility. You never know. Because there are a lot of sensors on the roads when they put it all together and what have you. So technology is pretty damn good these days. Takes the fun out of it, mind you, like, you know what I mean? Can you have a self-riding motorbike? Would that be worth it? I mean, would that be no, that would be pointless, wouldn't it? A self-driving Lamborghini or Ferrari or an R8? No, it'd be boring. But as a general commute from work, well, from home to work and back again, for the normals, right, then there you are, automatic. Sit in your car, relax, chill out, and then just read the paper, catch up on something, or even fucking have a half-hour kip, you know, and then the vehicle pulls up outside your work. But the thing is, though, unfortunately, I'm going to have to move over because they're bunching up for some reason. Shift blue car. There you go. Something's obviously going on down there, causing a problem. But of course, it did say queue on slip road, didn't it? Yes. But what to do? They go sailing past them all and try and cut in on the outside lane of the slip road. Oh yeah, then the block lane one up. Fucking brilliant. Are you going home, Mr. Sadis? Okay. Moving over. I don't think we've got that far yet though. So it'll only be motorway self-drive. It won't be country lane self-drive or urban road self-drive. I don't think we've got there yet. If we have, well, that's a disaster waiting to happen straight away. Sorry, but it is. But then again, I mean, even the motorways are going to be rife with disaster, aren't they? Because you've only got to have some smart arse or a group of smart arses driving down in a van alongside one of them, hacking away, taking over and causing all sorts of shite. Crap, am I giving people ideas here? Shit. A lounger there. Weird. But I mean, I'm all for making life easier. I really am, to a point. But to have self-driving cars, and then it's a skill that will be lost if that's the case, wouldn't it be? You think about it. So imagine, obviously we're driving our vehicle because we have to learn to drive our vehicles, and we're taught, trained. Ooh, that don't look good. Moving over out the way. Someone's on fire, someone's on fire, and these are all slamming down because they're fucking muppets. They're going, oh look, I'm gonna have a go at his fucking turbo that's just blown, or his radiator that's gone pop. It's on his steam, you bunch of muppets. He's on the fucking hard shoulder. Shift out the road. Fuck me. I can't see shit at that mirror. The sun's glaring on it, I don't know what's there. I might as well not have a mirror. Can I alter that? Bend it down a bit. Shit, what am I doing? Stop. I can see, quick, move over. Phew. I couldn't see because the sunlight's glaring on it, it's just blinding the piss out of me. What did I want? I wanted something. If I press that, then that, so I go down. Oh yeah. Fuck off all the way down here, you blinding bastard. If I press that'll do. The sunlight is stuck right low and it's wanging off my mirrors. I'm like, what the? I can't see, it's not. It's no good. They could do with a wipe, really. That might have helped, but hey, whatever. You know, when they get that dirty grime over them and the sun, it's just glare like that. Oh well, never mind. Such is. I think he's blew his radiator out, to be fair, because there was a streak of water, which looked like water all the way down. That was more of a vapour cloud, wasn't it? So if it was a turbo and smoke, it'd have fucking blanketed the motorway, and that wouldn't have gone anywhere. So I've done that before. That was fun. Oh yeah, I remember the once I was up on the way up the M1, I think I was, but it was early in the morning, so it's pitch black, and on the straight, the vehicle, which was a Renault at the time, Renault Premium, bag of wank, on the straight it seemed okay. It was on the flat, it was fine, not a problem. As soon as it hit a hill and the turbo was about to kick in, it seemed a bit meh. But because it was dark, you don't see fuck all at the back until obviously I'm getting towards the M1 there, it's starting to get a bit brighter, and I'm noticing this absolute plume of white smoke. I'm going, yeah, what the fuck? So I pulls over and it's the turbo's gone poof. Oil's going everywhere, like, you know, whatever. And I didn't do my job that day. I had to go and take the vehicle to go and get it fixed, and they wasn't too happy when I says, I've just brought this in. What's wrong with it? Turbo's blown. Where have you brought that from? Junction 28, the M1. What? Are you kidding me? No, you didn't realise you could have damaged the truck doing that. I says, well, I was told to bring it down here, so I brought it down here. Turbo's blown. They weren't too happy about it, to say the least. I've had a straw that's had the same problem as well. Something wrong with the turbo bearing, it did seize on it, but it was intermittent. Weird thing it was. I've had that done before. When it was ticking over, it was fine, and everything we checked out, the computer says, this is perfect. I said, mate, the turbo's gone on it. But the computer says it's alright. Mate, the turbo's gone on it. If you don't believe me, follow me up to the next services. Up to Woodhall services we go. Sure enough, I put my foot down, the turbo kicks in, and white smoke everywhere. Pulls up in the services, and he says, turbo's blown. I said, I fucking told you. But that's strange, that is. Can I put it? I'm going to put this back on again because this is weird. Look at that. It says everything's perfectly fine. I said, but I can tell you, you are right. I says, take that hose off the front of there, stick your hand in there. If it's full of oil, it's fucked. Took the hose off the front of the fucking turbo. Didn't need it. That was dripping at the fucking thing. So there you go. It's knackered. Ooh, that's now good. It's knackered. It's broke. Did tell you. Again. Day work that day. Yeah. Turbo. I don't know. They're great when they work, but when they fuck up, you've got nothing, no power whatsoever. It's incredible how much power they give you. Trying to work off the engine? Oh no, not when you're fully fried, you're not. Fuck that. You know, having any of it. Oh no. Come to an hill, forget the hills. Nah, your clutch will burn out before you get up the fucker. Oh dear. Yes, the trials and tribulations of a truck driver, the things that we've actually done and got away with, which realistically we shouldn't have. There's a few that I can tell you, and there's a few that I can't. I plead the fifth, on the grounds that I may incriminate myself. What? I have. I'm telling you. I'm moving over because things look like they're bunching up, and if it's to do with that junction, I'm not interested. It's probably not. It's more than likely going to be all the way down. That's it, dude. You just shove yourself right in front of an Arctic that's travelling down a fucking hill. Bell end. Fucking pear on you. Oh, and now you decide to fuck off back in the lane you was already in. You plebhead. I tell you what, sometimes I just wonder where they get their heads from. And I was like, what are you thinking? I know I'm good. I'm not that fucking good. Cue caution, 40 miles an hour. The chances we'll ever do 40 miles an hour is slim to fuck all. We will now creep and crawl our way all the way to junction M6, if you like. The split. From the 5 to the 6, to the 6 to the 5, 5 to the 6, to the 5, 5 to 6. Oh, hang on. We got a bit of a scratch on. So in other words then, what you're trying to tell me is that some clotted twit has decided to slow right the way down for fuck all. Just for the fun of it. Just because he's got brakes. Have you ever noticed people that do that? They just slow down for no reason at all. It's just because they've got brakes. They think, oh, well, I haven't used them in fucking 10 minutes. I'm going to put my foot there just makes you weird. Why? Why do it? I don't get you. If there's nothing in front of you, why aren't you travelling? Go, move. If somebody crashes, why have you got to put your foot on the brake? If it's not interfering with you, carry on. If it's already happened and you're slowing down again, what the fuck are you doing that for? You're causing a hazard. Don't do it. Move out of the way. See, forward thinking. I'm in the middle lane now. People are undertaking me. Not that it bothers me. But there's a slip road full of fucking what's down there, and there's a guy here who's walking on the. Why is he on the fucking hard shoulder? It's illegal, dude. You can't be on there. If the coppers see him, they'll pull him over, which I'm surprised they haven't the cameras about. They will say, you're not supposed to be here, mate. How can you thumb a lift, right, on a fucking motorway? I mean, that's just brain dead. Unless he may be an alien. There's a possibility he doesn't realise that this is an actual motorway where you're not supposed to stop. It's a clear way, right? No stopping, unless you break down. Obviously, that's what the hard shoulder's for. But you can't just go, pull up and go, oh mate, jump in, sunshine, while you're on the fucking lane one, like, and everything. Wah! Can you imagine that though? Oh, good grief. So, with him being there, he's actually prohibited to be there. It's illegal. You should not be there. Pedestrians are not allowed on the motorway unless they are with a vehicle that is broken down. And he's not supposed to be there either. He's in the fucking right danger zone there, isn't he? He'd only be knocked over like a fucking 10 pin, wouldn't he? Oh well, alright, whatever. There must be some reason for it, but I mean, he's got his rucksack on the floor and what have you, so I mean, at the end of the day, I just don't get that at all. He shouldn't be there. Silly daft. Absolutely silly daft. Yeah, looks like they're fitting some solar panels to the roof of that building there. Free energy, yay! Oh yes, beautiful traffic. And guess what, ladles and jelly spoons? You're going to join me as well. Why? Because you're going to keep going until we get home. I think we are definitely out of time with the back cameras though, or if not we ain't far away, because I think they've only got enough room for 2 hours 45 anyway, because I haven't yet afforded to get the 64 gig ones. Oh, I can't wait till I get them. It's going to be epic, absolutely epic. It looks like they might be refurbing that building. Very nice. Very nice indeed. I mean, it's got some, once it's all cleaned off and then it's treated and then been re-rendered and whatever they're going to do with it, and new windows and shit, and well, it looked really nice, that one. It's done. A bit like when they did the Fort Dunlop and they've done all that up. Beautiful, that is. A lovely building, that is. Really nice. Took a long time, mind you, but they got there in the end. Might be the same principle with that, because if it's, you know, you get a bunch of people with enough money, and there's a, you know, pretty good bunch of people who can do all that kind of work, and it's gone through and they've inspected and well, the actual structure of it is quite sound, you know, it just needs to be, you know, had a nice bit of TLC wrapped around it, then it might be worth it in the end. I think so anyway. Office spaces would be shitloads. Or it could be transformed into, dare I say it, luxury apartments as they call them, because you see, it's not a flat, okay? Because if you call it a flat, it sort of portrays the wrong kind of image for it. So you call it an apartment, right? It's an apartment. Makes it sound more posher, much more swish. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it's a fucking flat. Apartment, my arse. I mean, if you're going to do something like that, though, you'd have to make sure that it was really seriously soundproofed, so that no matter which part you're in, you ain't going to hear your neighbours. Because obviously that's the problem with flats, right? You could be on the toilet on the top floor and the bottom floor hears it flush. That's no good, you know what I mean? It's just crap. And you're watching TV and it's like bing, and the fucking lift door opens up. It's like, fuck me, and that happens every 5 minutes. It's like, fucking hell. Mavis is back, Fred's coming up, you know what I mean? Jerry's in, Sally's back. And plus as well, if you're in a tall enough building, it's what, 20 plus, 30 plus, whatever flights you've got on the darn thing, right? And you're at the top, and the lifts break, and you've got to use the stairs. You want to hope you're fit enough. I'll do that now. If that was the case, I would expect it to be like every 10 flights, there'd be like a calf. You know what I mean? So you could pull in after you come down the 10, have a minute, cup of coffee, sandwich, and then start the next 10, pull in. You know what I mean? A bit like motorway services. You got to do it, ain't you? You know what I mean? All right then, 20 flights if it's a big skyscraper. But I mean, that would be something I would actually expect. Being a requirement, that would. Every 10 or 20 floors there'd be a cafe. Right? So when you're coming down, you can have a minute, have a respite. You know what I mean? That's pretty much what it is, isn't it? Yeah. Trust me, there's logic there, honestly. Well, definitely. Without a doubt. Proper. See that kind of stupidity? Yeah, look, another stupid movie, look, see? Slamming on his brakes because he's now actually on the slip road, and because he wanted to cheat and cut through, and that there is how accidents occur, because he pulled out into the lane one, stamped on his brakes because he got cut over. They don't think. They just don't think. It's fucking stupid, it is. What did he get him? Nothing. If he'd have stayed where he was and carried on trickling up there, he would have been able to pull into the second lane up the slip road a lot easier without interfering anybody, and without having to stamp on his brakes while he was in lane one. Is it just me? Huh? You're going to get there regardless, right? Unless they shut the fucking road off, or then some clotted dipshit decides to crash and block the road off because he's been a plebhead. You know what I mean? But you'll get there. You will. It may take a little longer, but you will get there eventually. As we shoehorn our way down towards the M6 North, it'll be like this now all the way through, guaranteed. But the bit that I like to see though is when you drive down there, and the reason why I'm in this lane is because one, obviously junction 1, which is this bit, there's obviously a slip road which is over there. And with it being this time of the day, they tend to put the traffic lights on, which then builds up the traffic on the slip road, and then they release a bunch of it. And obviously the other reason is because I don't want to be in that lane, because the lane 1 will then send you off south down the M6, and I don't want to do that. No, I want to go north, and these 2 lanes go north. They do. Oh yes. Might be surprising, but they do. So not only am I in the lane that I want to go where I want to be going, I'm also leaving a bit of space for people there, until obviously people run up alongside me and take all the space up. But at least I've got the thoughts there. The heart's in the right place, if you like. It's all good so far, it's all very good so far. Oh yes, happy days. I don't know what that camera's doing, but it's doing something, I think. It's probably looking more over here, but it'll do. It'll do. I certainly could kick myself though for not having the attachment to me. It's called a monopod, right? Yes. It's selfie stick, but it's a monopod. That's the actual term for it. But yeah, I had an end that attaches to it, so you can put the GoPro on. But I've got a feeling that I took it off because I was faffing with something, and my hang on, let me think. No, I had it. So in that case then, because I do remember sticking my Canon camera on that and having to remove the end because it screws into the bottom of the camera without having to worry about it. And I was in a cab, one of the trucks. That's the only place I remember taking the darn thing off, and I don't remember taking it off anywhere else, so I don't know. It's a weird one, that is. It's very strange indeed. But fortunately for me, even though I have butchered that head mount thingamajig, I have got a spare one so that I know what is there. Yes. Perfectly fine, not a problem. I will get that, put that one in my bag, ready for when I do decide to do a POV just for you. Can you imagine having a 5-hour POV? Point of view video, yes. That's a POVV. Oh dear. Be able to have it on my head all day, sort of, almost, nearly, at least 5.5 hours of it anyway. Pardon me. I am definitely getting tired now. I'm on 3 hours 5 minutes driving. I think I had about 20 minutes or so, maybe half an hour, possibly, up to the place from my break point. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I always find out when it comes to this time of day and you've got to keep shifting through all this traffic, it is monotonous, and it don't do you no arse favours, I tell you, it really don't. My ass is so numb. It really is. Wow. sends a shockwave through your bum when you sit up. Because it's like, ooh. See if there's always like a rush of blood is down circling on your bum cheeks because it's ceased. Oh. I mean, there is one. I could do one thing, I suppose, when I get it all on the old editing suite. I could always fast forward this bit, couldn't I? Yeah, there is that. Because it is a bit boring and dull, chugging away in traffic. It's not really a lot to see, is it? It's like bumper to bumper car, that's all it is. And truck, and bus, and tanker, and fucking creaky accelerator pedal which is driving up the fucking wall. It's a nuisance, it really is. It's a right pain in the ass. But other than that, what can you do? Not a lot. At the end of the day, it's just one of those things. So all I will say is this. If I decide to, I might fast forward it, but if I don't, then I might not. Just let you just suffer it. I mean, I haven't decided yet. I haven't got that far, so you never know, do you? I might just decide to say, bugger it, you lot can join me and we can sail up the frigging motorway in the traffic, slow as arseholes, all the way to the yard. What do you reckon? Because you've got you've already got the small ones now, ain't you? I'll do my little snippets, my little catch-ups in the day, so you've got them now, so you can be safe in the fact that if you don't like the long ones, at least you've got the little snippets here, there and everywhere, so there's always that. So, yes, haha, brilliant. So we've got best of both worlds, haven't we, really? Yeah. Well, I yet to get those epically large drive-alongs, the ones that fill the 64 gig cards up. Unfortunately, obviously the Hero 4 will only do 4.5 hours, so that's as much as it'll ever be, but hey, whatever, these things happen. So, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Will you be able to sit in front of the screen for a full 4.5 hours and watch one of these drive-alongs with either me wobbling on about all sorts of weird and wonderful crap, or when I'm just talked out and I'm done and I'm just exhausted and it's just the countryside or motorway whizzing by and I'm just there silent until something does pop in my head and I go, oh, because that can happen as well, especially when you're driving for a long time. It can come to a point where I do repeat myself a lot, and I'll repeat myself a lot, and I'll repeat myself a lot, and I suppose it can get a bit monotonous after a while, but I don't know. I mean, I'll do them. If you guys still want me to do them, I'll keep doing them. I don't mind. It's always best when there's something different to see, though, and I am so glad that I managed to get this one done. Obviously, originally it would have been game over, what, an hour and a half ago. You know what I mean? That'd have been the end of it, but we are still on, we're still recording, and we're still going. Slowly but surely. Inch by inch, foot by foot, yard, mile, whatever. Did you get that then? Did you see what I did there? 10 points if you realise what I just did then. I didn't use metric. Yes, inch, foot, yard, mile. Imperial, for those of you who didn't know. Imperial. Over here in the UK, we use both Imperial and metric. In the States, they use Imperial. It's always inches and stuff over there. It's never metric. This is the bit that makes me laugh, right? This is the reason why we do use both, because when you fill your petrol can up, right? It's a gallon can, but you pay for it in litres. You fill your tank up in your car, right? It might be say a 5-gallon capacity or something. I don't fucking know. So you fill it up to the brim, but you're paying it in litres. You know what I mean? Aye. When you go to the pub, right? You buy a pint, right? Simple as that. Now I think don't quote me on this, but I think a pint is 580 millilitres. I think something like that. I know it's not 500 because it's more than half a litre, I think, but not by a lot. I'm not sure. Yeah, look, you can tell me. I don't fucking know. I ain't sure now. I can't remember. I think it is. I think it is. Yeah. It's like having when you have a yard. I think a yard is. Hang on, let me think. Is it the way around? I think it's the other way around, isn't it? A metre is longer than a yard because a yard is 3 foot, I think. Or is, I don't know. I'd have to find out now. I can't remember. I think it's a metre's 3. Is a metre 3 foot 3? I think. 2 metres. Well, it makes sense because 2 metres is 6 foot 6, isn't it? So that makes sense, doesn't it? So, but a yard is a yard longer than a metre, or is it shorter than? I always thought that it was 1 yard was 3 foot, but I'm not. I don't know now. I can't remember. You know, it's making me think now. It's making me think now, but then again, when you think about it, it can't be, because then it would be. That would make a mile shorter. Then so it can't be, can it? Because 1 mile is equal to 1.6 kilometres. Ooh, now we fucking nuggles fuggling. Ooh, what's going on? My brain has turned off, it doesn't work. I can't think. I honestly can't think. Well, we seem to have transitioned onto the M6 quite nicely, haven't we? Yeah. So what would that make it? So if it's just over 1.5 kilometres per mile, that would mean that a yard has got to be more than a metre. Well, how much more then? I don't know. I just don't fucking know now. I'll have to work that fucker out. Where's my Google monster? I'm gonna have to get on. I'll have to have a research that now, because that's really, really, really gonna bug the piss out of me. I hope I remember when I get home. What is the difference between a metre and a yard? Oh, it's gonna fuddle. It's gonna fuddle me noddle. Another one, driving way too close, like a bell end. Come on, Mr. Van Driver, there's plenty of room to move in the road. Fucking shift it. There's people wanting to get on the motorway. Granted, they're getting on and fucking chewing themselves in all that lot, but hey, I thought about it. that is not a cheap bike. That's the accelerator pedal, that is. You could do with some bloody copper slip round it, I think. Freaking thing. If that was like that in my car, I couldn't have it. I couldn't have that like that. There's no way. I'd have to take it apart, copper slip it and put it back together again. Because it would drive me insane. It would drive me up the wall. It would drive me up the wall. Foot down and away we go. Nice and steady, steady, steady as you go. See, I'm on it. I'm not here for the show of it, dude. I'm here because it might look like I'm doing something I shouldn't be doing, but it's got a fucking reason behind it. It really has. I don't do things if there ain't a reason for it. Yes. Brilliant stuff. We're getting closer. We are getting closer to our destination. That'd be the yard. Oh, I can feel it. I can feel it in my bones. And being as though it's freed up now, it's not doing too bad. I think we are, yeah, pretty much, yeah. We're on 3 hours. That means those are dead, definitely. Well, they're full. They won't be dead, but they will be full. It's a shame, that, isn't it? Oh, such a shame. Oh. You do realise, right, that if I actually drop the quality down on these cameras to, let's say, 720 at 25 frames, that would probably end up with somewhat on the region around about, with that one maybe 6.5, maybe 7 hours, and with those that would probably be about 8 to 9 hours worth of recording space. Ooh, could you imagine that? And I could even go even worse, like, you know, I mean, and drop it down to its real piss poor, and it'd probably do 24 hours. But then the quality would be pretty wanky, but we know good, so. Enough. But yes, the only reason why it does what it does at the moment is because it is at its max 1080 at 50 frames. Yay! But that's enough, don't you think? And if I could afford it, I'd have the 4K versions and I'd do that for you. Oh yes, that'd be fun. But I got a feeling that I'm always saying that, I got a feeling. Woo-hoo. I think that with the 4K, and I think the Hero 5s, they do it at 30 frames, which I think to myself, well, what is the point in that? You see, if I'm doing 1080 at 50 frames, surely that's going to be just as good, because there's a lot more frames there capturing all this yumminess. Yes, I know it might be 4K, which is a lot more definition, but it's only at 30 frames. I mean, that's 30 frames. you'd end up with jittering and flickering and all sorts of crap. That's not good. It's not good at all, is it? No, not at all, no. Now, if you wanted to impress me, if it was 4K at 60 frames, well, you know, then I'm impressed. But I think realistically, for you to have any kind of time recording, you would have to start off with a 64 gig card, right? Because don't forget, it's a lot of information being stuffed in a file. So if you had a, I don't know, 16 gig or a 32, 16 gig would probably give you about half an hour. The 32 would probably give you about an hour. So then you have a 64 would give you 2 hours. You know what I mean? So you know, the more quality, the more memory it uses. Unless they come up with some smarter way with the algorithms that crunch it and compress it and flap it and fold it and squish it and jam it into a smaller box, you know what I mean? It's all to do with the algorithm, that is, mate. The calculations, the way it works, the way it folds and flaps it and squishes it and pushes it and prodded it and shoves it into a smaller box. I mean, I do like the new style. They do look quite nice, actually. They were rounded edges, like, you know, look really smart. Can't afford them now. Nope, not a chance. I'd like to, but I can't. Oh, yes. I'm going to open the window, I think, because I could do with a bit of fresh air just for a moment. And let's hope that these lights stay on red long enough for me to have a bit of a swing, because I'm thirsty. Oh, that's better. It had to be done. Oh, fucking hell. A bit dry. Round and round we go. Well, it started off being a nice day today, as in job-wise, and turned out to be an absolute rancid sack of shit. But at least I made it advantage for me. If I'm going to end up doing some crap, I've got to make it worth my while. Hence, this wonderful drive along that you've sat down and end up with a numb arse like I've got. Happy days. Hey! No indicators! No fucking indicators! Fuckwit. It's alright, I'm fucking telemental. See? That orange flashing light on the one side of my vehicle tells people that, oh, he's going that way. Well, bugger me. I wonder what fun and games I'll have tomorrow. as a little quick thing at the end of this little video that I'm doing now, my PC had a big massive fart and decided it didn't want to work, and it kept on crashing over and over again. Wouldn't actually boot up. When it did, it was like a blue mush on the screen. It wasn't the blue screen of death with all that data on it, it was just a mush. It's like all squiggled and fucked up. And of course I tried to reset it and it kept on saying undone. You could not reset your machine, settings have been put back. I'm like, no, something has fucked up my computer. What I did is I'd added these fonts, right, to my font folder. And when I added these fonts to the font folder, for some unknown reason after using them, I turned the computer off and turned it back on again the next day, and this blue fucking mangled mess on the screen popped up. I'm like, what the fuck's that? So I turned it back off, turned it back on again, and it did it again, and turned it off, and several times of turning it off, eventually it came up to the load screen, then I wouldn't have any mouse control or any keyboard control and all sorts of wank. I'd tried to do a complete reset again, didn't want to do it, now undone it, something went wrong, blah blah, it says something went wrong with your PC, it needs to restart, we will restart it for you. It wouldn't restart, I had to turn the bloody thing off several times because it kept on coming up with this message, we'll have to restart it for you. You won't restart it, mate. So off on. Use my antivirus thingy-majig to do a complete scrub of it. That day work, fucking come up with no threats or whatever, but it still weren't playing right. So I unplugged all my hard drives apart from obviously the operating system hard drive, done a complete bug check, right, a long deep scan, come back saying there's nothing wrong with it. I'm like, well, what? There's got to be. It's been a complete flap. And obviously I'm thinking about what else have I done, and I thought, well, I actually loaded in, because this keyboard has actually got its own disc, right, because there's things on the keyboard, even though it's a small one, little dinky thing, it's got little bits and pieces on there you can use, right. Like for instance, you've got there's keys for any kind of audio or video player, play, pause, fast forward, rewind, all that sort of shit on there. You've got a button for home page, so if you hit the home page button, it'll immediately up to the internet, home page, whichever you decide to put it. All those kind of little shortcutty things, like, you know. And so I thought, oh, I haven't used that for a while, so I'll load that in. Maybe that's another thing that's cocked it up and all. So, but I'm hoping when I get home tonight, in the next half hour or so, that I will turn it on, even though I have plugged all the hard drives back in again, but I haven't turned it on yet. I haven't braved that. I'm going to do that when I get home. Turn it back on again and hope that it fires up, goes onto its lock page, I can punch my code in and away we go. Hopefully. He says. Hopefully. I need to, because I've got to get Yolot off the cards and onto my PC. Yeah. Oh, it's such an hassle. Such a friggin' hassle. Oh well. Yeah, we're here. Driving down the last little bit of our journey. Only a couple more minutes to go now. You can breathe a sigh of relief. You've got to the end of it almost. So pat yourself on the back or fucking sip a tequila if you have to, or whatever, I don't know. Because you've made it. You've done. You're here. Happy days. Happy days are here again. The last island. Oh. It's the last left-hand bend. Oh, it ain't. There's one here. I love that. It's fucking great, isn't it? The last left-hand bend, point one. The last right-hand bend. This is definitely the last right-hand bend because I'm going straight on. If he opens the bloody gate up, that is. Yay! Well done, Steve. Oh, that's it. That's me done. End of. Game over. Happy days. Happy days, of course we are. Look at these pair here, look, you fucking blocking me out, aren't they? What do you like? Am I leaving it hooked up? Yes, dear.
Keep it together.
Yay! Keep it together. That means I haven't got to drop it. Oh, that's just the fucking nuts, that be. That be the nuts. Let's just whiz it round here a bit. I'm going to park it over there. Ah, happy days. Oh, I'll stick it in that little hole there. Seems good enough, isn't it? We stop here just like that, and we can then wang the wheel round like that. Just missed this car here. Should be able to squeak it in that little hole, I think. Just about, maybe, probably not. Somewhere. It's going to get close. It's going to be close. It's going to be close. Ooh, swing it right the way around again. Bit of a blinder. Ooh, fuck. Back off. Ooh, a bit more. Ooh. See, if you put it here, right, I will straighten it a bit more, because it needs a bit more straightening, that does. It's a bit off, a bit cockeyed. I was after the white lines, that's what I'm after for. Come on, gearbox, do something. I want the white line down there. Absolutely fan-dabby double fucking doozy. That'll do me, that will. Keep it together. Keep it together. Where's my lights gone? Oh, wrong one. Hey! Shut up, you stupid fucking. Diddlink, 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 ding, 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 ding. Well, that's it, ladle and jelly spoons. We're here, we made it. Just before it starts going really dark. So, well, my arse is completely numb. I can't wait to stand up. I hope you feel the same. Haha. Have a good day. Being as though you just wasted about 3.5 hours of it. Have fun. Enjoy yourself. Go on then. Off you pop. Pop, poppity poppins.